Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup is between the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Pilots at Brainiac Stadium. On the mound for the A's today is Paul Gilliford, whose record is 0-2 with an 8.03 ERA. And pitching for the Pilots is Locke, whose record is 0-0 with a 0 ERA. Okay, I don't think I could say it any better than Baseball Mogul. As you can see right down here, Athletics humiliate the Pilots. We lost 14-2 yesterday, and although the A's scored 14 runs, it's only one loss. It was just the way that we lost, where we had absolutely no chance whatsoever. So frustrating, and I don't know. I have nothing else to add to that game. Other than Dave Parker did hit a home run. And he's got 10 RBI in 7 games so far. So the one player we really expect to blossom this year before he peaks in next year, as we saw with his rating scale, he's off to a good start. So I feel good about that. But that's about it. None of our pitchers are good, and all of our other hitters are mediocre. I do want to point out one possible option that we have with our pitching staff. Okay, look, Lance Rotson and Mike Cosgrove did both technically pitch last year. So why couldn't they pitch this year? They were both September call-ups. No, scratch that. Lance Rotson was a September call-up. And he did fine. He was only 18 years old. That's how desperate we were to get to the end of the season. Of course, he's 19 this year. He would be a possibility as a left-handed pitcher to come up. Mike Cosgrove, I think we had him in the bullpen as soon as we got him in a trade. He was drafted by Cincinnati, and then we got him in a deal. It doesn't show the details. And he was terrible, but then he got injured. Wait, it didn't show that, did it? I could have swore that he got injured, and he was unavailable for the rest of the year. But he's 21 years old, and technically we could call him up if we needed to. I'm not ready to totally 100% give up on Bill Edgerton and Earl Stevenson, but obviously looking at what they've done so far, they have been horrible and untrustworthy every time we sent them out there. The good news is that Stevenson is unavailable for today, as is Sid Mungie. Bill Edgerton is available. But maybe if we can get some good innings from Locke, maybe Edgerton just goes 1 and everybody else goes 1. And we get through today's game. Jim Hughes is available as well. He will be making a start when we go to Oakland here on the 15th. But for now, today would be the last chance for him to pitch in a ball game before we let him rest for his first start of the year. Okay, there you have it. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I do want to point out that we are playing our 5th home game of the year, and we've already made, I think, $8,000. So we've put a little bit of a dent into our deficit, and if we could just get back to even, we could maybe sign a couple free agent pitchers just to fill out our bullpen, even if it's the major league minimum. That would be helpful, I would think. Okay, Locke gets the second start of the year today, and Paul Gilliford is a lefty. We do have Jose Cruz back in the starting lineup. He has really struggled this year. He does not hit lefties well. Ironically, Roe SKIDMORE does not hit lefties well. I say that because he's a right-handed bat. Otherwise, everybody else is the regular guys. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Oakland Athletics. Batting leadoff in center field is Rick Monday. Batting second in right field is Champ Summers. Batting third in left field is Joe RUDI. Batting cleanup and catching is Gene Tennis. Batting fifth at first base is Mike Epstein. Batting sixth at third base is Sal Bando. Batting seventh at shortstop is Dwain Anderson. Batting eighth at second base is Phil Garner. And batting ninth is the pitcher Paul Gilliford. We'll do our deep dive on Champ Summers today. Let's take a look at our pitcher. It is Ron Locke. And here's a reminder of what he did last year. You'll see that he's making his second start. And his first start went as well as you could expect. He did give up a couple runs. They were both unearned. 3 walks, only 1 hit. That's about as good as you could hope for. I'd love to get 5 out of this guy, but he's got to pitch well. He's got to pitch to contact. He cannot give up walks. His fastball, not very good, topping out at 87 miles an hour, but it is his best pitch, which is the league average of 80. Overall is 75. The 30-year-old lefty is a free agent at the end of the year. Okay. Let's take a look at our defense. Outfield pretty solid, although I think everybody has made an error on defense except Auerbach and CRUZ. Everybody else has made an error. Okay, now Rick Monday has hit 3 home runs this year, all of them in the leadoff spot in 3 of the 4 games that we've already played. Will he go deep? This has got to be some kind of a record if he does. Come on. This game is so broken. 4 leadoff home runs in 5 games against the A's. Maybe he even had he might have actually had the other game off. That's a lefty on lefty home run to start off the ball game. It's like mathematically, if your starting pitcher has pitched well in the previous start, which we did have with Ruthven, Leonard, and Locke, now they all must be punished coming right out of the gate against Rick Monday. Champ Summers, let's do a deep dive on this guy before we get too far into this ball game. Champ Summers, one of my favorite Tigers, at least in name. I remember that he was on our 83 team the year before we went to the World Series. There's actually a picture of his mustache and, well, the rest of him too, I suppose. John Jr. Summers. Who names their kid Jr. for the middle name? That is a ridiculous thing to do. From Ocala. Oh, no, he died in Ocala. My bad. I lived in Ocala very briefly. I mean, he had 1,300 career at-bats, mostly known for being a pinch hitter. We'll scroll on down. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of excitement out of his stats here. In fact, he didn't actually make it to the majors until 1974, and that's why the 1976 card is his rookie card. And he just didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Oh, well, you know what? And I'll stand corrected. The 1980 season, he was awesome for us in Detroit. But it was 81, the strike year. That was his last year. Why do I think... Oh, that's why. Because he was on the Padres. Was he on the World Series roster against us? Let's scroll on down. Did he? No, I guess he was not. Every time this video stream pops up, it really jacks up our content. I wish I could just get rid of that, but I don't know how. I'm just trying to click on it a couple times. Oh, you son of a bitch. Postseason batting, he did. He got 1 at bat and he struck out. Oh, that's too bad. At age 38, look at that. He made it to his first playoffs. That's pretty cool. And then we'll just scroll down. How did we get him? How did we get rid of him? Traded to the Tigers by the Giants for Enos Cabell. And then traded by the... oh, no, it doesn't say how we got rid of him. Doesn't even say that he was... That's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're all way ahead of me, I'm sure. Okay, traded by the Reds to the Tigers for a player named to be named later. That was Sheldon Burnside, the lefty, who we had some high hopes for, but he never turned out to anything. And then we traded him to the Giants, and then eventually he made it to the Padres. Okay, there you go. Champ Summers. I apologize for the stupid video, slowing things down a little bit. So there you have it. So he must have been. Was he? Okay, oh, I'm sorry. No trade. So he must have been in Oakland A in real life. In our sim when we started. 1-0. Lefty on lefty and another base hit. Runner at first. Nobody out. Champ Summers steals second base. And it's 2-0. Give an RBI single to Rudy. Gene Tennis off the wall. It's 2-0. Nope, still 2-0. Give him a double. Lefty on lefty. Ground ball to first. And this will make it 4-0. And no. Now it's 4-0. Oh, it's 5-0. Take a look at the lineup for the Pilots. Batting leadoff in center field is Scott Northey. Batting second at second base is Tito Fuentes. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup and catching is Manny SANGUILLEN. Batting fifth in right field is Dave Parker. Batting sixth at first base is Roe SKIDMORE. Batting seventh in left field is Jose CRUZ. Batting eighth at shortstop is Rick Auerbach. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Ron Locke. We'll do our deep dive on Rick Auerbach. We'll take a look here at Paul Gilliford, making his third start, 0-2. We put up some pretty good runs against him in his first start. That was the game in which Dick Ruthven pitched well. You'll see he's got 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .351 against him this year. 88-mile-an-hour fastball, the curveball, the slider, both above league average, and really, the fastball is just below league average. And yet, his rating is an 86. 27-year-old lefty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Take a look at their defense. They have all the regular guys in there, so we know that they struggle out there in right field with Champ Summers, but who cares? He gets on base. Take a look at the shortstop, Dwain Anderson, and then behind home plate, the worst arm in the American League, but not against us. Try to get this game over quickly. Here's Scott Northey, flying out to center field. 1 out. Tito Fuentes, ground ball to second. So this is the get-right game for Gilliford, obviously, after having 2 bad starts. Rich Rollins with a base hit. That's good. Runner on first, Manny SANGUILLEN. Base hit in the center. Rollins will hold. And Dave Parker, who hit a home run off a lefty yesterday. That was good news. Full count. The fly out. Top of the second. No. Fly ball dropped by the center fielder because, of course, just dropping fly balls. That'll be the 1 run we get today. It's unearned, so it doesn't hurt Gilliford's ERA. Gilliford batting? What is he going to do? Get a hit? No, he's going to be the first victim for Locke. Rick Monday. No, not hitting a home run. And Champ Summers. Walking, we get the old poo-poo platter, which is great. Hell, let's add to it. Gene Tennis. Rounding out. Or who knows? Yeah, it's an out. Bottom of the second. Jose Cruz leading off. 0-1, ground ball to second. Okay, let's do a deep dive on Rick Auerbach. And this is our second year with him on our team. And you do see the 1972 Topps card. So he must have been in the majors in 1972. As we go to Baseball Reference, where they'll show videos that we don't care about. Nickname is Reindeer. I wish I knew why that was. And he was drafted by the Pilots in the 7th round of the June amateur draft. So he was an actual draft pick. Doesn't have any career highlights up there. Take a look. Okay, yeah, in 1971, he did get 263 plate appearances. And then in 72, they gave him 605 plate appearances. He batted .218. His OPS plus was 65. And then they gave up on him in 73. He went to the Dodgers and really became a utility player, it looks like. He also spent several years on the Reds. Maybe at the end of the Big Red Machine. And then he had 1 year with the Seattle Mariners. It ended his career at age 31. There's the damn box popping up. Postseason batting, he did bat for the Dodgers. He got a double in his only at-bat in the NLCS. And then the World Series he did not play. And then in 79, okay, so he did not get a World Series ring with Cincinnati. They got swept, in fact, by Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, that's the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates. That's cool. Scrolling on down, while he finished... Whoa, he had 30 errors in 1972 at shortstop. So that is a bad thing for us. And looking at his transactions. Traded by the Brew Crew, which was Seattle, for Tim Johnson. And traded to the Mets for a minor league player and Hank Webb. The Mets sent him to the Rangers, which he never played for. At least maybe the minors, I guess. And then he was bought by the Reds, bought by the Rangers. The Rangers got rid of him with Ken Clay to Seattle. Whoa, for Willie Horton and Rick Honeycutt. And the Mendoza line, Mario Mendoza and Leon Roberts, former Detroit Tiger. Okay, well that's a big trade. Richie Zisk. Okay, I was gonna say, why is there not a good player for the Rangers? That's how the Rangers got Richie Zisk. I think I've said this 100 times, but Richie Zisk was the first mitt I ever owned as a T-ball player. Okay, well that was pretty cool. That's why I like doing that stuff. And then he's automatically out. Ground ball. He made contact for a .218 hitter or whatever that was. I mean, we got to get one more inning out of Locke. He's thrown 48 pitches. And then I guess we bring in Hughes, who was terrible the last time up. And then, of course, the pitcher gets a hit. That makes a lot of sense. Holy hell, this game is horrible. And then a walk to Northey. And Tito Fuentes gets a base hit. Can Locke score with 2 outs? We're going to send him. It don't matter. Yo, no, Locke. We just have no chance at all to win. No chance. And then a lefty on lefty base hit, of course, and an error, of course. Center fielders have 2 errors today, because, of course. Bando with a ground ball to third. Epstein will hold. Somebody's got to hit a home run, right? Walk the weakest hitter on the team. Walk Phil Garner. We'll pull the infield in, but it does not matter. A comebacker, that feels like an error. Oh, a double play! Look at that! All right, well that'll be it for our boy today. Or I don't know. I didn't see his pitch count. Maybe we'll go one more. He gave up the runs already. It's not like he's going to give up more. The ball was a foot outside. Called for strike 3. 63 pitches. Okay, let's I mean, it doesn't matter who we bring in versus Monday. I guess if we can get Locke to RUDI, which you'll have to get to RUDI, then we can go to the right-hander. Jim Hughes. Okay, Monday flying out to the wall. God, I hate that guy. Actually, I really like Rick Monday, but he's just pissing me off. Look at how many home runs they have. And he strikes out RUDI. Was that his first strikeout or his second? I know it showed he walked 4. It doesn't matter. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Roe SKIDMORE. Well, he really needed that hit. That is a double. Here's Jose CRUZ. Base hit. That should score a run. Oh, well, we're going to send him because I don't care. Yeah. And Ron Locke has to come out now. I guess we bring in Bosch. We've had 2 runners thrown out at the plate, a center field error, and a double play to end the inning. Yeah, this game was over before it ever started. Another error, this time on a line drive. I think I have to turn these boxes off. I can toggle these off. It actually pisses me off to read this. Even though it's in our favor. It's just like a insult to injury. All right, let's bring in Jim Hughes. This will be his last appearance before he makes his first start, I should say. And if he's pitching well, we're going to keep him in there. But 1 inning would be just fine, too. Gene Tennis. Oh, God. I bought a nice box wine. I might have to pause this game and go get it. And then just turn the little spigot on and let it just drop into my mouth while I'm playing. Nothing we can do today, guys. It does not matter. Bases loaded because of the error. We get the force at home. Pitcher will bat. This is going to be a double into the gap. Yeah, can't strike him out. How could that ever happen? How could a pitcher ever strike out a pitcher? Manny, SANGUILLEN. Oh my gosh. Dave Parker, 0 for 2 today. He is actually hitting like he normally does versus lefties. Wow, that's the first base runner caught by SANGUILLEN this year. Summers popping up. Joe RUDI, righty on righty. Base hit, of course. Gene TENACE. Base hit, of course. Maybe a double, maybe a run score. No? It doesn't matter. Walk, that's his third walk, no strikeouts. 1-2 to Bando. Base hit, that'll score 2. Dwain, base hit. Nope, that might. Yeah, it will carry. Okay. 8-2. There's a ground ball to short. Oh, there's a little pitching wedge into left center field. Yeah, of course. Who cares? There we go. That's a double for CRUZ. His first extra base hit. Rick AUERBACH. Base hit. Yep. Oh, and he's safe. So we're 1 for 3 trying to score from second. I'm not even looking at the percentages. It does not matter. Okay, we're going to bring in a pinch hitter here. I guess we're going to go with JDV. 4 for 7 against Gilliford. I don't know if I ever showed you this. It honestly is so not important. This game doesn't even know how to utilize this stuff. Where's that? Charts. I can actually see what Jerry Dwain does versus this pitcher. It says 4 for 7. It'll show you like where they hit. I mean, who cares? Get the fucking game right. This does not matter. But you could find out more information about individual at bats. But I've never used it because the game has never actually worked. 3-1 to Dwain. Yep. Double play. Okay, well, we can actually bring in some of our normal pitchers. The ones we count on to be unpathetic. Yay! All right. That's like our 12th walk today. And we strike out the pitcher. Poo-poo platter. Pop it up just when we need it. Rick Monday just crushing us. And Champ Summers is a chump. Good job by Ray Peters. Bottom of the 7th. Scott Northey. 4 for 13. Yeah, who cares? Tito. Ground ball to short. Rich Rollins. Popping up. What do we got going on here? More righties. Okay, well, second inning out always is bad. Yep, I was just going to say it. Wouldn't be baseball mogul if you didn't bring a guy out for the second inning work and have him give up a home run. Mike Epstein sweat hogging it back to the bench. And Sal Bando flying out to the left. Manny SANGUILLEN. Inside outs it to right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Out at second. Dave Parker. For a double. Roe SKIDMORE. Fly ball to right center. Yeah, we're going for it. Does not matter. He's safe. And Jose CRUZ will strike out. Lefty on lefty. Yep. All right, ninth inning. What do we got coming up here? 3 righties, so we'll bring in Garland. If we get to the lefties, I'll bring in Riddleberger, because he has not pitched much. I said Garland, but I mean Granger. Dwain. Got to have a hit. Got to start off the inning with a walk or a hit. It is the way the game is designed. Good job by Gilliford, giving up 11 hits. Out comes Granger. In comes Riddleberger. I mean, he's got to get on, right? He actually has a home run versus Riddleberger. No, guess he doesn't. Unless it's another error. We only have 4 errors today. We're well under the over-under in errors. AUERBACH will pop out. Riddleberger will come out. We'll get a lefty in there. Let's go with Joe Keogh. He had a hit in yesterday's game in the pitch hit roll. 3-1. And he was. Scott Northey going in the wrong direction. And Tito Fuentes. What has happened to my Tito? He is not a number 2 hitter. I probably shouldn't have him there. That's the ball game. A's win over the Pilots, 93. Over before the first pitch ever was thrown. Take a look at the standings. We're 3-5. Thank God for the terrible Royals. They've lost 7 in a row. They're hitting better than we are, and they're pitching better than we are. That's great. Take a look at the National League. Mets looking good out of the gate. And the Astros are 6-3. How are the Padres batting 181? We got to look at that roster. They have Joe Morgan, and they have nobody else, actually. They have a 58. This guy would hit 4 home runs against us. Oh, he hasn't even played yet. Oh, I see. This is with the lefties in there. So we'll go to righties. There we go. Oh, he still hasn't played. Wait. Was there an injury today? Oh, there is an injury. Jerry Morales. So he... Wait, was he their third baseman? I don't know what the fuck's going on here. We'll find out momentarily. How is this guy their third baseman? He is a third baseman, and he's not played this year. It's very confusing. All right, but he's a 58, and he's in the lineup. And they're pitching... Well, they got Tom Seaver as a free agent. So they got Morgan and they got Seaver. And that's all they have. That's why they only have 2 wins and they're batting 181. Okay, let's take a look at headline news. Brainiac Baseball Delivery. 2-1 Squeaker puts California in first. It's Andy Messersmith. It's a pretty cool looking card. I'm guessing that is not a spring training field. That actually might be Anaheim Stadium. It's pretty cool looking. I mean, just by the colors. Oh, that's all there is. Okay. Transactions. Oh, Jerry Morales, you son of a bitch. You did get injured. Let's take a look at Jerry Morales' fielding. No, they're not playing him at third. They're playing him at first. Even though he's a right fielder. All right. Well, I like the games that the game is doing that. It's just stupid. And Boog! Oh, Boog's going to miss 5 months of baseball. Often traded in our sim. He's only 30 years old. He came up as a 19-year-old. And he's done for quite a while. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Pull it up. Like and or subscribe to the channel. If you're still sticking around, if you are one of the giveaway automatic entry people, there's 6 of you out there. I would like you guys to email me. I will. You know what? I'm going to email you. So be looking for an email. I'd like to know what your favorite team is, because we will be doing alternate prizes for future giveaways for anyone who is an automatic entry person. So the way that'll work is I will have my 3 or 4 prizes that will be available to anyone, and then you will be able to choose. If you finish first, second, or third, or whatever, do you want the prize that I'm offering, or do you want to go with the prize in the box, which will be corresponding to your favorite team? But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to take that risk. It will be comparable in value to the actual prize that I would give away to just our general entries. So that's what we'll be doing. I think that'll make it a little bit more fun for those who have automatic entries, and it also might want to make you get a second duck. So, okay, so keep that in mind. I'll get that email out as soon as I'm done uploading this ball game. Yeah, that was great. Awesome game. How many walks did we have? We only had 8 walks. We did have 7 strikeouts thanks to Ray Peters. Paul Gilliford gets the win. He had to. He'd already lost 2 in a row, and his ERA was 8. He gets it down to 5.3. Gary Wags came in. They hit 3 more home runs, including the 4th leadoff home run of the season against the Tigers by Rick Monday. Yeah, it's just lovely how this game works like that. That's really brilliant. Champ Summers got a stolen base, something he probably never did in real life. And we got nothing. We got thrown out at home twice and thrown out at second twice. We were never going to win today. All right. We'll come back tomorrow, wrap up the series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.